All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 5, everyone's favorite. It's time for Do or Die. Winner take all in this best of 5 series against BONKZ and RESIN here at the top of the winner's bracket here in King of the Sea 16 North America. Spawning in the green on the top end of Loop, we have a 4-destroyer lineup for BONKZ, starting with Killstar's Ragnar. We've got Battleship Nagato's Kleber, Todd Howard's Daring, and Dyer's Harugumo. Now that Harugumo's off the ban list, people are, there's 3 of them in this game, so they're definitely going back. They come out to play again, 100%. Disquarius' Des Moines headed over here towards the decap, running outnumbered and unique upgrade there. Tester's Moskva, unique upgrade RPF. Looks like he might be headed towards the C-cap. Bit of an interesting choice there. Addy's San Martin, one of the heroes of BONKZ's win in Game 4, headed over towards the A-cap. Behind him, Murica's Vermont, running the same build we've been seeing these guys run for a while. And then the other battleship, Kermit, in Vermont as well, with a near-identical build. Zath, RESIN went 2-0 very quickly in this series. Now we're looking at Game 5. What are they bringing to try to close this deal out?
Yeah, with the possibility, by the way, of a reverse sweep.
Very possible.
That seems to be an NA thing sometimes, once upon a time. Anyway, let's take a look at RESIN wearing red in this dance. They have Big Boy 69 working into the B cap already, getting into the home cap there. Try to get that point tick up early. Running your typical COTS build, gearing. Behind him is Peyton the Rock Hider in the Ohio with a sniper build. Going into the middle, Price is now smoking up with his 420 Blaze It smoke for Elgar, the smoke hider in his Des Moines. Look how aggressive. Look at these 2 smoke screens.
Yeah.
Eagle Lance and Price.
Yeah.
Both. I mean, wow. Who wants to go into C now, folks? So Triarch is moving up in his unique upgrade Des Moines. Elgar is also sitting there ready to go in his unique upgrade Des Moines. Eagle Lance with his 420 Blaze It, getting across Mad Dog. Who's ready to go at a moment's notice. Look at those torpedoes right behind Eagle Lance. $1.99 for Guac in the Moskva in that central location so he can cover all of C and beyond in his radar. Let's take a look at these torpedoes as they come in just to make sure that
well, look at the radar. The early radar coming off a Triarch. All the shells in the world going downrange on Todd Howard's.
That's right. The last ship to mention is Wolfman 85 in the Vermont Sniper Spect with his spotter plane up right now. You better believe those shells are coming in.
Quick reminder, guys, banned ships this game would be Marseille and Gdansk. Now, just look at it early deployment, Sath. I mean, if you're BONKZ, you don't want any part of the C-cap. Holy crap, look at that. Look at that.
I love that sea of red that RESIN has put together there in the south. Also, Wolfman just got slapped a little bit by, I believe that was Kermit's Vermont. But it's interesting, you've got a solo Vermont holding this cap. RESIN putting it all into grabbing C, maybe getting a pick early, but then once C is grabbed, they can then rotate to the flank. And they're also possibly fixing to push up the one line, something we haven't really seen a team do, especially from the south.
Yeah, we have seen. Well, no, that's not entirely true. We have seen some teams push from the south, but this western flank on Loop has played very lightly in most of the games that we've seen it. Right, when you see it, it's like a 3-ship push. Right, like what did we see once? We saw like Shimakaze, Des Moines, Montana kind of thing, and they pushed into Ohio, San Martin, and Gearing. So it wasn't like an all-out rumble.
No.
But the possibility exists, I'd say, a little more in this game just because of how RESIN is deploying to that flank. Certainly the concentration of ships they have towards mid is going to allow them to grab C. Can they hold it? That's going to depend, I think, on what they leave behind.
Absolutely. And you can see Triarch already starting to rotate with Eagle Lance's Hargamo, so they're going to link up and they're going to go together, almost like a certain other game you and I play. Civilian units being escorted by military. I love this. And then look at the big boy setup. He's going up, getting ready to go up that one line. He's getting some vision right now. Who's out there? I'm sure they're expecting to see Addy San Martin. Once they do, they'll know that that's the kite side.
I think this is the first time we've seen Big Boy in a destroyer and not a cruiser, Zath.
I could have sworn we saw him in a gearing in an earlier game as well.
Maybe I missed it or just
It's okay.
forgotten. Torpedo's
Yeah.
coming across Addy's position here. He's going to know now there's a gearing out there. The gearing's going to know Addy's there because right there, Addy takes one.
Eddie does take one now. Radio location pointing directly at Big Boy 69, and Big Boy 69 obviously has radio location pointing back at Addy. So they know where each other is, relatively speaking. That's about all they know so far.
It's an early lead for BONKZ, but it's literally a 6-point lead, so it's not like anything you're going to get excited about or that's going to break the game open.
Not right now, but I'll tell you that extra point lead. I mean, at a certain point, BONKZ will have to do something because they are down just ever so slightly on point.
You mean RESIN?
Or RESIN. Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Dyer's
There's Addy
Harugumo
with
smoke.
this.
Go ahead.
Addy with the radar catching Big Boy 69's gearing.
Yep.
He does a full about face and actually took a good amount of AP because of that.
Got some good damage into Big Boy. A little surprising, actually. As he starts to shoot over the island at Peyton's Ohio, as Peyton returns the favor.
Yeah, the shells high-fiving each other in flight.
Indeed.
Good
Addy
hits
taking
on
some
Addy.
full pins down the long axis of the ship, but nothing catastrophic. Zath, it feels like
tighter up.
I look now at the map and it feels like BONKZ has given up on C. Right? Look at Todd Howard's daring. Look where he's going.
Yeah.
More shells coming in on Addy from the Ohio. Ooh, solid hit.
Yeah.
About 14, 15K there.
I think that the big thing is BONKZ has to know that there are forces approaching the decap. Matter of fact,
They
with
have to
radio
believe it.
location, they absolutely know it.
I mean, Des Moines here doesn't have RPF. The Harugumo does, but the Harugumo is going to be picking up $1.99. So, I mean, let's look at this for a minute. If I sit on Dyer, it's 10-6 to the Moskva and 12-4 to the Harugumo. So, yeah, like that's his RPF is still pointed towards the C cap.
In a little bit, it's about to make a 90-degree turn.
It is. Agreed. But my point is that I think that maybe to some extent, this is this kind of high-level play where you start to see teams use RPF information to sort of, I won't say bait out each other, but I will say deceive each other.
Yes. Yes, I would completely agree with you there.
Addy having to pull way back off the A cap under the concentrated fire of Des Moines and Harugumo shells.
And you notice they brought Killstar in with the Ragnar to try to seal the deal on Big Boy 69's gearing.
Well, and they turn Tester's Moskva around as well. In fact, his radar goes up now. They want to know what's around C, and they can now clearly see that there's only 2 ships left behind from that Hornet's nest that was there earlier. And now we're already starting to see shells go in on Eagle Lance's Harugumo as the smoke cloud moves up the 9 line towards the decap.
Look at I was gonna say, look at that decap. Wow. Oh, Triarch just gets smacked.
Triarch taking a big hit there. Was that the Vermont, you think?
That was Kermit punching him in the face.
Yep.
Yes.
Kermit continuing to reverse, looking for that shot. They've got eyes on the Des Moines right now because Desquarius' radar is ticking, but it's about to expire. I really like this position for Desquarius, Saf. It leaves him somewhere to run, which which some of the other islands on this flank don't necessarily afford you. Now,
yeah, especially on this side, yeah.
We didn't talk about it, Saf, but remember how quickly the points tick up on loop? Look at the score. We're not even at the 10-minute mark. It's now a 6-point lead for BONKZ, but we're getting close now to one of these teams being over 800 points. It starts to become a little danger zone problem where you can't lose a ship once the opposing team crosses over that magical threshold. Killstar's radar goes up and picks up Big Boy over here south of A.
Ohio takes a torpedo. That's Peyton, forced out the DCP. I mean, he's not going to go anytime soon. Killstar is absolutely the focus threat target for RESIN.
Yep. It's a big... I mean, they desperately need any kill they can get, and he's the lowest thing they certainly can see. He's really the only bonk ship that's even, I'd say, even really under threat.
Yeah, I don't like Killstar's trying to just play it too much, and because of that, he's taking a lot more hits than he needs to. And he's gonna go down here, I think, because he might even hit the torpedo. Nope, the torpedo's gonna stop
He's
him.
still
while
lit because he's
spotted.
burning. He has to stop for the torpedoes. They're gonna
2
get.
seconds
Yeah,
on
they're
the
gonna
seal,
kill him.
on
They're gonna kill
DCP.
him. He's dead.
Yep, there it is. Big mistake there.
Now they may pick up Fryce. Maybe. Addie's certainly trying to do his best there. 4,500 points. 45.
Oh, 73.
73 health on Addie.
73.
Oh my goodness.
Where are the shells? They stopped.
Yep.
They stopped. Eddie switched targets. Big boy opening up.
Yep.
They fell for the bait.
60 seconds from a resin win here now, Zath, as as Fryce limps south on 70 HP. BONKZ has to have a kill or to step onto a cap, but at this point, a cap is not going to win this game. You've got to get a kill. Where are you going to get it?
Well, Nagato going in. He's fishing for one with the Kleber. $1.99 for Guac. People shooting him, trying to get him down.
Trying to farm him. 90 seconds now because Nagato's onto the cap. They get him!
They get him. They get him.
$1.99 goes down. Nagato onto the cap. No way for them to defend it, I don't think, although some shells are coming in on Nagato.
Yeah.
None of them for the reset. Is the Daring going to get a reset? He doesn't. Nagato's going to cap this cap.
Yeah.
And just like that, Zath, you're going to be less than 60 seconds from a BONKZ win.
From a
30.
reverse
There it
sweep.
is. 30 seconds. Resin has to have a kill now. They're on to A. Buys them some
They get
time.
on A.
Only 10 seconds, though. We went from like 30 seconds to like 40-something.
Yeah. How can they come back? What can they do?
I think step onto D. I don't know.
Well, that's exactly what's about to happen.
I
Look
see.
at Haru.
I think Eagle Lance is going for it just because it's like,
He has
well,
to.
why not? We got to do something, kids.
Yeah, it'll trigger the. Nope, there is no radar, but it doesn't matter. He's got to get on this cap. He
18
does, there it
seconds.
is.
He gets onto the
Now
cap.
30.
30 seconds now. Okay. 982 for the Haruk. 982 now. Dyer can't. Dyer got to be very careful here, Dyer. There's a lot of firepower coming in on you. You can't afford to die. 991.
No. He's getting. Oh, big hit there on Eagle Lance. That was Kermit again in the Vermont.
How many times have we seen a Vermont dunk a destroyer in this tournament? And there it is.
Ridiculousness.
BONKZ with the reverse sweep. Zath, they narrowly survive loop. They claim the winner's bracket.
Wow.
Wow. What else can you say? Wow.
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 I mean,
I mean,
I don't.
So,
Oh.
one of the things about Loop, we mentioned it, right? It's got that weird bug right now where the caps points tick up faster than they should for a 4-cap map.
Yes.
I think maybe each team factor that into their strat here, right? But it feels like I don't think anybody really made any big mistakes. Do you? I think it just came down to the right kills at the right time and a little bit of luck, maybe.
I mean, these teams were so evenly played. We went to Game 5, guys.
Yeah.
This has been fantastic. So,
yeah.
let's get back to the studio and
let's do it.
And do the things.
Awesome.
Stay on.